everyone, it's Mark from Totally Silenced Tech, back again with another review. The time has finally come to check out the ROG Claymore, arguably the most sexiest keyboard ever made. It's been a long time in the making, with Asus teasing us for over a year, first releasing the ROG Claymore Core, which doesn't come with a detachable numpad, in my opinion the Claymore's biggest selling point, making it only a 10 keyless keyboard priced at $149.99 UK pounds and $159.99 US dollars. Now Asus have released the full fat version with the included numpad, priced at $199 UK pounds or $210 US dollars. Reflecting on the price, it's nothing short of colossal for a keyboard, mechanical or otherwise. So what does the Claymore have going for it to justify that steep asking price? Let's jump into the review and find out, starting off with the keyboard's design. First of all, if we take a look at the aluminium or aluminum top plate, it's etched with a Mayan inspired finish that not only makes the keyboard look extremely premium, but gives the keyboard a gamer look while still remaining very classy. Fingerprints show up all over the place on the front plate as soon as you touch it, and they're a real pain to clean off. That said, overall the front plate looks absolutely amazing. Looking at the top plate's front edge, it slopes off, hiding any plastic underbody, making the keyboard look like it's built from one single piece of metal. In the centre is of course the infamous ROG logo, that is RGB backlit. The lighting across the logo is even and it doesn't overpower the rest of the keyboard's backlighting. Build quality of this keyboard is above reproach. There's little to no flex, even the detachable numpad feels very solidly built. On the back, Asus have used a strong, durable matte plastic with high quality feet and rubber pads at the front. Since we're checking out the underneath of the keyboard, you'll notice that there are cable management holes for the detachable USB cable. The mini USB port is also underneath the keyboard, which means the cable can be completely hidden out of sight, giving the keyboard a very clean look, especially if you have a hole drilled underneath your desk like me. The Claymore's USB cable is detachable, and that really wins me over, as it cures all the issues I've previously had with other keyboards. Removing any keyboard from my desk with the wire routed through the hole I drilled was a real pain. Also, the fact that the cable is so thin is just another plus point in my opinion. It makes cable management easier, and honestly I prefer this over having a USB pass-through, which causes the cable to be really thick. So yes, the ROG Claymore doesn't have a USB pass-through, but I take all those features over a USB pass-through any day of the week. On to the main selling point that will no doubt spark most people's interest in this keyboard is the detachable numpad. The idea behind this is you can either use it on the right side as a numpad or flip it over to the left side and use it for macros. Attaching the numpad couldn't be simpler by sliding it onto one of the metal inserts either side of the keyboard. There's also these rubber grommets to attach to the corresponding side to help clean up the exposed connection. Having a 10 keyless keyboard is becoming extremely popular. It really makes gaming easier as your hands are closer together. Your arms are also positioned more naturally so they won't feel any strain. Also, you won't be in constant worry of knocking your keyboard with your mouse. But of course you are losing the numpad, and certain games require it, like GTA 5, although of course you can rebind some keys. Asus have completely fixed this problem with the switchable numpad. It's a very well thought out idea, but let's face it, it's added a considerable amount to the final asking price. At the top of the numpad there's a volume slider. It's hands down the best slider regarding build quality I've ever used. It also gives off plenty of tactile feedback. It's almost a shame to use it for simply adjusting the volume. You can also push the slider in to mute the audio, and it gives off one of the nicest tactile clicks I've ever heard. Taking a look at the keycaps, they're a standard ABS with a unique font that's just right size in my opinion. The Claymore is available for purchase with 3 switch types, housed in a translucent shell made by Cherry. The MX switches available with this keyboard are either MX Res, which provide a linear, non-tactile switch normally favoured by gamers, MX Browns, a good middle ground for both typing and gaming, or MX Blues, great for typing due to their tactile bump and audible click. experience is fantastic on the Claymore, although it's quite compact, something I had to adjust to. I struggled using the shift key as well, because on all UK versions, it's incredibly small. Just to note, the keyboard has 100% anti-ghosting and full N-key rollover. One of the coolest features about the Claymore keyboard, if you own an ROG motherboard, is the keyboard's hotkey features. Using the FN key paired with various other keys, you can perform various tasks such as powering on your system, clearing the motherboard CMOS, enabling XMP, as well as overclocking profiles. Not to mention the other hotkeys such as cycling through the keyboard's lighting effects, adjusting brightness, and switching between various profiles, just to name a few. Another feature that makes the Claymore keyboard even better is if you own a Strix motherboard or a Strix branded graphics card, you can sync the RGB lighting up together, as well as the Sparfa mouse, making for some seriously cool lighting effects using the Aura software. The software is still in beta, so not all of the effects sync correctly, but here's a look at the ones that do. Strobing, color cycle, rainbow, rainbow comet, flash and dash, glowing yo-yo. Taking a look at the rest of the software, it's pretty simple and easy to use. The first tab, keyboard, allows you to save up to 6 custom profiles. The next tab allows you to record macros. The sync tab allows for syncing up all of your ROG products, but you won't be able to sync up the graphics card or the motherboard. You will need your Aura software to do that. And lastly, the last tab is the stats tab, and that's for recording various stats. So that about wraps up the review for the ROG Claymore mechanical gaming keyboard. As a summary, this is one feature-rich keyboard, but you have to have the accompanying hardware to get the most out of it. Definitely an enthusiast product, and I can't think of any keyboard out there that can sync up with your PC hardware. The lighting features are some of the best I've seen on any keyboard once paired up with a Strix motherboard or graphics card. It's only then that the keyboard truly comes to life. Even though it costs a lot, it's a must-buy for anyone rocking Asus or